Hey guys, back with another flip through today. Not done a flip for a while, so I thought I'd take you through this one. Now, this was sent to me by a Danish writer called Romance, also goes by the name of Well. Thanks, mate. Big up, shout to you. And this is a guy called CARn. The Threeways, as you can see. Now, Romance gave me a little bit of a background on this fella. So, old school Danish writer, and he said what it was is that most people were hitting train lines, stuff like that. You probably remember back in if you're an old school writer, seen a lot of photos from Denmark back in the day from Great and Bates and Wrens and these sorts of guys, and they were hitting the lines. And this guy CARn and a guy called Tower decided to go up the freeways instead, decided to go up motorways, up the roads, and paint the roadsides instead. And apparently they did just like hundreds of hits and became sort of running legends on the road system in Denmark. And Romance very kindly sent me the book, which has got to be quite difficult to get hold of outside Denmark, I can imagine. So I'm going to attempt to flip through it. Now, the thing is, it's in the landscape format, as you can see, and it's quite a wide unit, so it's going to be tricky to get in. I have got the camera set as high as I possibly can at the moment, but it still might be a bit of a mission. So let's have a go anyway. Let's have a go, see how much we can get in. Just don't see. Let's look. There we go. Okay, so first of all, great, we kick off on the lines. These trains are very familiar to anybody who's looking at photos back then. Some lovely window down. That's like basically window down whole car, pretty much, isn't it? Some great styles. Cool lava. What's that? MCES. And a CARn piece on the end. I have to keep on adjusting this just so I can make sure everything's in shot. Is that a bit blurry? It is a bit blurry, that light and all, isn't it? Hang on. See if I can get the light a bit nicer. There, that's a bit better, isn't it? Don't want it blowing out all over the pages. No, I tell you what, I'm just going to flip and keep going because it's quite a big one, this as well. Oh, some familiar sort of New York style block letter. This guy Prince, remember I did Prince has been in touch as well. Big up Prince. Maybe he's going to see this as well. Did his book as well. Look through my vids, you'll find his book. Well worth a look if you're interested. Oh, that's slightly coming away from the spine there. That ain't good, is it? Big Blockbuster letters. Blockbuster, New York style-y. Just flip, man, flip. Keep going. Love this. That reminds me of the old sort of handball court style, Bronx, South Bronxy style kind of graph. Love that fill as well. That's lovely, that. Well, they both are actually so style, isn't it? In fact, that's like an inverted style, isn't it? The colours are inverted. Really nice. Yeah. Love it. Fruit colours. CARn red. See, obviously, one of the problems we had, you notice a lot of these are a bit low def, the photos, because back in the day, we didn't have high def. So nowadays, we're playing catch up, trying to sort of, trying to publish photos that were never really designed for publishing. And that's great. And so sometimes they're not as clear as they might be. I mean, you just can't beat a wall like that, can you? Really, it's like ragged, been painted on loads, bits of scruffy sort of tagging around the sides, all that, and then you just plaster your pieces over it. Yeah, anybody who's done that knows that you can really lose your outline when you're putting that down. There's so much going on underneath. Oh, is this? Welcome back, Sal. 92. I'm just suddenly looking at Cruel. This must be a Danish version of Cruel, I'd imagine. I'm thinking that's Cruel again there. We've got a very big writer called Crawl in the UK, out of East Midlands, Nottingham. Oh God, Amp Crew, and before that, KIA, Pops 100's Crew, Crawl 103. Very prolific writer, still active today, still at it, still doing it. I'd imagine that probably wasn't him, that was probably a Danish version. But ooh, I love these kind of letters. That's a shame you couldn't get more of a better angle on that. Ooh, big crunchy Blockbuster down there. Very nice. Keep turning the pages, man, don't get distracted. Another Crawl piece there. Yeah, this must be a Danish Crawl. I mean, already we're seeing this is prolific. Oh, big bombed bus. Yes. Yes. Nice little sort of production style wall there. I don't think I've got any dates on any of these, which is, there's no dates or credits. I don't know what the other writers are. I mean, I'm seeing styles that I've recognised from 30 odd years ago in here. But I'm not seeing any dates. So, ooh, love that. Yep, love that. I'm thinking, from what I'm seeing, 90s. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? That's great. That's not 90s, I wouldn't have thought. In fact, what I'd say is a lot of the stuff I'm seeing in the 90s, but another nice Prince piece there. It's a mishmash of dates. Another Prince piece. I love that fill. That's great. Sort of wafer biscuit. That's great as well. Lovely little window down. They love their Blockbusters, don't they? I mean, you know, if you want to make an impact, big Blockbuster, look at that. Big Blockbustery chrome blocks, nice. Very kind of, I'd say hugely New York influenced. That, you know, it may sound like an obvious thing to say, but, you know, you don't always get it. Some writers didn't run with the New York thing at all. They wanted to invent a whole kind of new thing. But a lot of the Scandinavian stuff I've seen has a very, very New Yorkie influence. If you look at a lot of early UK stuff, you'll see, you know, some of the main players that influenced early UK stuff. Obviously TCA, Non-Stop, State of Art, London Giants, these sorts of guys, Jap, and you see a sort of progression from maybe Dondi's work. Again, all this is up for grabs. I had somebody wade in the other day and got very cross about something that I said on a video. I mean, you know, you want to dispute it, it's fine. I mean, don't think you're going to get in a fight with me. I'm not interested in that, I'm afraid. But I'm always interested in having a sensible conversation about where styles came from and all that kind of thing. It's interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's great. Nice bit of... If you can translate that into English. Wow, yeah, man. Some really, really nicely executed pieces here. Look at that. It's a big production wall there. That's a really lovely wall. Again, Prince CARn, yeah. By the way, great spot. Look at all this. Like this sort of mayhem that's going on down here. You know, somebody's trashed the place down here. This is what I love about graff. You know, you get graff in the most unusual places. Of course, we have to actually paint it. it can be none too pleasant sometimes. Tyser was talking about it in an interview he did, and that was very funny, saying, "Oh God, yeah, you know, if you're gonna be a graff writer, get used to painting alongside human excrement and syringes, you know, because these are the places we often end up." Don't fall over. What the? Like a dinosaur skeleton in the foreground there or something. Your classic subway shot there. Blurry old school picture. Nice. One in the station. Your classic abandoned warehouse. Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love all this. Yes, yes. See what I mean? As a derivative of that's not a derivative of New York style. So, I mean, somebody argue me, but I don't see any New York influence in that. That's somebody who's gone their own way and said, I want to come up with something different. Very nicely painted, a lot of this stuff as well. I don't know if you're noticing. I don't know if you can see technique. I know that they're not of the I love that kind of style. Love that, love that. This is great. Look at that. It's a bit naughty, isn't it? Naughty, naughty. Fronts of trains like that. Here we go. Along the freeways. Yeah, so they must have done a lot of driving round, spotting little spots. Look at the, you know, loads of waste ground and stuff. Used to be what England looked a bit like back in the 90s, back in the 80s and 90s. Or to be honest, any time after World War II, you know, when most cities were just really, really poor, and everything started to look. I mean, that's like the Mad Scene cars and stuff like that. It's so New York influenced. That's not a diss, by the way. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, we've all been running styles like that forever. It's great. But yeah, there was loads of industrial wasteland, and you know, everything was overgrown and knackered and broken up and not built on and derelict. Fantastic. Love it. Very subtle bits in this. If you look at the way this is sprayed, it's a beautiful fill. Lovely colour combis. And if you look at his lines, he does this curved thing where he curves the lines away onto the line. It's a very, like, it started in the late 80s, that technique. That sort of, I don't know what you call it, inner kerning or something like that. And it's so effective. It's very, I guess it's very of its time, but it's a beautiful technique. Loved it. Subways again. Keep turning pages, keep going, keep going. I reckon we're about a third of the way now. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. This guy's done a lot of work. It's slightly painful when you see it and it's pixelated, because you want to see it sharp. You know, you really want to see it sharp. But you know, all these pieces are long gone. And these, you know, if a low res photo is all that's left of it, then I guess we'll take that. But it's like, you really want to see it in high def, you know. But we didn't have any high def back then. Big production wall. Great styling. More great styling. Look at the dereliction. Best places to paint. Big fat black outlines. Still got a cough. That's from the recent one though. This recent cough is not the cough I had before, or even the cough before that. These are all new coughs. So, lovely link ups and stuff. This is all great, isn't it? Nice little wall, nice little character. Yeah, love it. Again, look at that. right on the motorway. Just like, I mean, they're quick ones, but still, you've still got to get it up. You know, you've still got to do it. Tower, CARn, there you go. These are the guys I was talking about. Yeah, you've got to stand there and get paint on the wall. You know, it's not easy. It's looking not easy. My back's killing me at the moment. Flipping out. From out of nowhere. There's a lot more train pieces than I expected, actually. From what old Romance was saying, I thought he meant that they didn't really hit the lines, but clearly they did. Clearly they got quite busy on the lines. Oh, these walls, man. These are my favourite kind of walls. Just love these kind of walls. Great works. And how many pieces this guy done? He's done a lot, isn't he? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work so far, and we're about halfway, I'd say. Again, what a great spot. Nice one. White outline. Subway piece. Beautiful. Yes, this reminds me of the 80s. Great brutalist concrete pillars and graff. Spent a lot of time in those environments when I was a kid. Yeah, he definitely was very busy on the lines. Big Bates tag over the top of CARn now as well. I really wish some of these had dates on, you know, just to place it in my mind. In fact, you may have even seen someone with dates on. Oh, there you go. There's 93 there. Just every so often, it's good to know, just to see where styles are at any one time. 91 is that? Just nice to place it in a sort of, you know, kind of the sort of chronological file that operates inside my brain. Nice big freight there. Oh, good freight. Wow, that is it. Look at the surface of that wall. I know we saw this one earlier, I think we saw, yeah, because I recognise it. It's a gnarly looking wall, really rough looking wall. There's bricks, unpointed bricks and big chunks missing and stuff. Wow, yeah. They are not friendly surfaces to paint on, let me tell you. Yeah, the only decent surfaces I've ever painted on, ever, have been in Halls of Fame. Everywhere else was shocking. Bumpy, ropey, you know. Bricks and stuff that catches a can and you try and draw a line, or, you know. I lie, there's a lot of work in it. There's a lot. Interesting. Yeah, he's got this sort of swirly style, and a very angular style. Some of his swirly stuff. Then he's got a very angular style. You notice this bit's all corners and edges, bit of serif work on it. Slightly wilder one, wilder with harder corners and stuff. More straight letter style. Quicker styles, quicker straight letters. I mean, you want to talk about surfaces. That is not an easy surface to paint on. These great big blocks with big edges and big dips. And oh, these take me back. Almost smell the yard. What's that? Is that like a handball court or something? Probably is, isn't it? That's nice. Oh, I love the surroundings. Look at that. Looks like The Last of Us or something, doesn't it? Yeah. Everything overgrown. Bit of graff on a nice freight. An old mail train or something. Nice colours. I don't know if you've been counting, there's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces. And he probably chose his favourite ones. He probably had a lot up his sleeve as well. That he didn't put in just because he's done so many. That's trackside. Classic red and white, beautiful. Look at that, that's a trackside, that. I mean, that is not easy. That requires quite a lot of skill to paint like that. Tower CARn. And that's a hell of a heaven spot. I am not seeing a safety rail there. It could very well be there isn't one. In which case, you're painting with a 3-story death drop behind you the whole time. Not to be underestimated, that. My back is chipping me. Oh, it's that same court, isn't it? Yeah, I think this featured about 3 times now, so this must be one of his spots. A favoured spot to be gone back and retaken time and time again. Nice. Just a bunch of chromes there. Look, Tower CARn, Bates. Yeah. Cool. Ooh, nice shot of a yard or something there. Little layup. On the back row as well. It's a great shot. In the station. Always nice. More trains, more trains. There are trains here. Yeah, there's stuff on the lines. So yeah, as you can see, this guy really bombs, or did anyway. I don't know if he's still current. I don't know if he still does it. But whether he does or he doesn't, he certainly did. He got very, very busy and produced a lot of work. Paid his dues. Put the groundwork in. I love the look of that. It looks as if it's been snowing or something. It's not the best photo, but I can just see how good the styles are back there. Those colours. More big roadside stuff. Oh yeah, more. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You're right on the main road there. Residential. Judging from the cars, what's that? Late 90s, maybe? Yeah, that's the first Wren's piece I've seen, actually. Little Wren's dub there. Wren's Tower CARn. It's really interesting because prior to this I hadn't heard of Tower and CARn. But that's because in the old days I was swapping with Bates and Wren's. Swapping photos. And I wasn't in touch with these two guys. Pity by the looks of this. Summertime, 92, that one. Top to bottom whole car. Wow. Good work. Another shot of it there, a bit closer up. It's like in a sports ground or something there. And that's the end. There we have it. Oh, that's a nice shot, isn't it? In the yard. An in the yard shot. From, what do we reckon? Late 90s maybe? Mid 90s? Don't know. Anyway, there we go. There he is. CARn, the Threeway. Thank you very much to Romance for sending me the book. He sent me 2 amazing books, one of Prince. Go back and have a look at my videos. Check that one out. There's a load of great work in there. This one from CARn. We're talking old school Denmark. Old school, what, late 80s, early 90s, into mid 90s. This is your history. You know, this is a it's a stroll down memory lane. The guys who laid the groundwork. So big ups everyone involved. Big ups CARn. That's a great body of work, mate. And by the way, lovely. What a great shot this is. Lovely shot of him actually painting a window down there. That's great. Terrific. Love all that. So yeah, terrific. Love all this. Hope you enjoyed that. Back soon for more.